So, Module 25 is now live. We have a whole bunch of new things. We have the new Battle Pass, Precipice of War. First part is now active. Starless Sky. You can buy the Premium Pass for 2,500 Zen. Of course, you can discount that by 20% with coupons. And you can go and farm that out and get your rewards. Free-to-play players can just go and get this Legendary Mount Choice Pack along with the rest of the rewards there, and then we can await the next parts. Every 5 weeks there'll be a new part. Then we also have the new campaign, which you can right away jump in regardless of your item level, as long as you're level 20, by picking up the quest from Sergeant Knox here in Protector's Enclave, Whispers in the Dark. Now, you can go and you can progress on that campaign, getting your rewards and so on. And for endgame min-maxed players, at 200 points, you can get access to the new trial, Xemnid's Reliquary Master. You can already jump into the standard version, but only at a chance of getting it in the trial queue. Otherwise, if you want to queue for it separately, you do need to go and also get to the second milestone, 200 points. Now, in the store, there's a bunch of stuff you can obtain here, from some overloads you can grind and sell, and then insignias you can also farm and sell, along with enchantments and the combat enchantments, all of which again you can obtain and you can sell just by doing the campaign, doing your quests in that adventure zone. Any player can do that and obtain these. And then the gear, you can also just obtain it by doing quests and stuff in the zone. I don't recommend it because it costs 300 freaking thousand astral diamonds. Only 1 or 2 pieces are good, to be honest. Otherwise, those of you doing MTOS, you'll be able to upgrade that gear to give it some very nice boost in its bonuses. Now, additionally, if we check the Zen market, we can see a whole bunch of new items. Also, a free item you can pick up. Now, you can see the storefront here, but let's move over to, first of all, the packs section. Here, we have the Mensa Brands Enchantment Choice Pack. It's a free claim. Anybody can get it. It's from the Zen market. You can just go, you can buy that for 0 Zen. What this gives us is the new enchantments, a selection of one of the 3. You will only get them on green and you'll have to then upgrade. They basically have dual stats and will give slightly more statistics at maximum than you would have with your standard single stat ones. So if you're min-maxing, they are the way to go, but not a major priority, and especially not for anybody who isn't min-maxing. But if you don't have enchantments at all, then as long as you're at DPS, you can pick up these enchantments. I would recommend for tanks, to be honest, none of them, because they have all just deflect stuff. And as a tank, you can just get away with stacking all defense, awareness, crit avoidance, and forget about deflect. And that's generally the easiest way to go for the most survivability for boss fights. So they're only really good for DPS because they're pretty useless for healers when you look at the stat combination. So as damage dealer, if you're new to the game, just starting out, don't have enchantments, I suggest picking these up and upgrading them because they'll give slightly more stats. Very nice to see they give a free one there. The rest of them, if you want to obtain more, they're through the campaign and they're quite a grind. Now, additionally, via the store, we can see we have the Mensa Brands and Utility Pack, which I am actually going to purchase towards the end of the video. The reason is because it gives the currency to quickly make progress on the campaign. Just be aware of which character you purchase this on, as you will only get that progress on that given character. And you'll obtain it as soon as you buy it. Now, you also obtain some wards there, some drow wards as well, and slayers, and then underdark ones, and then a stone of health and a cold moat. And the main reason you'll buy this pack is to immediately get to 200 points to unlock the trial day 1 right now, which again we'll show you later on in the video. Additional to that, we have the Noble House Intrigue Pack, which I think is a entire waste of your Zen. Don't obtain it. You'll basically obtain the Rod of Pain, which is a new artifact, which yes, will be best in slot as a secondary. Those of you who are min-maxers, maybe you'll want to spend the Zen and obtain it. The reason is because it has all offensive stats and it has 1,500 item level. So if you're damage dealer, you'll use this instead of like your dice or your tentacle rod or the blades as secondary artifact. I wouldn't use it as primary, no shot there. That's the only reason to buy the pack. Outside of that, it's got a bunch of fashion. You can see the entire set here. Personally, nothing special. Bunch of trade bars, stone of health, 3 shards, and a title. So yeah, Just a waste unless you really want the Rod of Pain for min-maxing, but not a big deal when you're missing 300 item level personally. Now, also very interestingly is they've said in the patch notes, they've done away with all the mounts and introduced new ones. There are 4 new mounts. You can ignore the Celestial Wings and the Winter Wolf because they're, for me, they're just a free reclaim that I purchased in the past or obtained for free. And so we have the new Maltese Tiger. Let's not buy that. Maltese Tiger. Here we go. Now, it has nothing special other than its appearance and the stats. 4 insignia slots. Now, this particular mount with this combination will only let you obtain a Cursed Resolve with the Crescent, the Regal, the Barbed, and the Enlightened. That is because, as per testing the new mount, this doesn't actually act like a universal slot when considering the insignia bonuses. They may fix that at a later date. And if I'm wrong, let me know, but I wouldn't take the chance on it. The next mount are these red dragon wings. These ones are just a reskin of wings we've had in the past. Nothing special again here. And then with the stats, it does have the new 4 insignias. This one again, very limited. It will allow you to use Protector's Covenant. That's a bonus for your tanks for those defensive ratings. I personally don't really see a big need of using it on a tank. And then as long as you do not put the preferred insignia of a Barbed in this universal slot, you can use Shepherd's Devotion. It's very nice power. I like to use it on a tank and a healer. Increases everybody's defense and also their movement speed. And then you can see you can obtain the Golden Rage Drake. Again, just a Drake mount. We've seen it before, it's just a reskin. But it also has 4 insignia slots. But this one again, pretty limited, as it will only let you use Master's Precision of the new 4 insignia slots. And then also Cavalry's Warding. That is it. And lastly then we have a green mount which is dirt cheap, which you can also use to obtain 4 insignias. And this one will give us Survivalist Expertise. Just 5,000 forte, but you increase the negative effects of Revive Sickness. So whenever you die and get revived with either a scroll or somebody picking you up, that's 25% more potent. That reduces your damage and your hit points. Now, I guess that's pretty useful in content that you aren't gonna die, but outside of that, yeah, I'm not so sure. Now you can use Knight's Rebuke with that as well. Again, if you don't put like the preferred one in the universal slot to gain basically a heal whenever you receive combat advantage. Again, I don't see it as such a big deal. Now, what's beneficial then with all these 4 mounts is then, yes, 4 insignia slots, and basically that allows you to obtain a bunch more item level. If you do take the insignia bonuses that I mentioned and you do stick the preferred insignia in this slot, you will end up with 20% extra item level. So you'll end up with, compared to the 3 slot insignia mounts, having a insignia with 600 item level. And then if you have 5 of those mounts, which you can at this point obtain, in total you gain a 3,000 item level boost. That's pretty significant, but pretty expensive, and I would only really say it's beneficial for min-maxers. People trying to go for like the newest trial might want to get that little bit of an edge, but definitely at a cost, especially by having to buy these Zen Market mounts. Whereas you can wait for event mounts, like with the April Fool's event on Thursday, we're getting the Goose mount, which you'll be able to get for free. It'll have 4 insignia slots. And then we do have the lockbox at the moment, the Lothian lockbox, which I just made a video on covering it, where you can obtain the Ebon Riding Lizard, which also has 4 slots. Again, they're all pretty limited on what insignia bonuses you can have, so just be careful with that. So that's about it. Now, do we have a new key bundle? I think we have the Umbrail key bundle, which gives us the dashing armor. So we have this one here, I cannot use for this class. We have this one and then this one. So they all look the same. You end up with this best. If I show with only it, you obtain that. You know, it doesn't look too great in my opinion, but then you obtain a bunch of overloads with that as well. And then of course your keys, which you are indeed paying for. Now the bonus on that is whenever you damage or heal your target for 10%, you gain 1% power. maximum only 5 stacks. Yeah, I don't really see it as too useful. The second option is whenever you critically strike with your power, you have a chance to restore your hit points. Yeah, not great. And then whenever you're damaged for more than 10% of your max HP in a single blow, you gain 5% defense. Yeah, all pretty terrible bonuses there. And I believe that's it for the Zen market and all the new stuff that we can obtain. Just again, we can go and access the new campaign Menzoberranzan, the new zone with that. Again, follow your Whispers of the Dark quest and unlock that area and you can do your quests. And there is a new Juma there as well, which I intend to test out. But actually, we do have a new companion for the zone, which is here, the Demonic Servant. I will probably have to obtain him and test him. Basically, he does have the utility power of increasing the amount of currency you obtain in the new zone. Can be useful if you want to farm that. I personally don't think it's a big deal. There's no need to get it. It won't allow you to get any more than 100 per week of your weekly haul. Otherwise, it is a striker companion, so I kind of do need to test it. And it does look like it's going to be mainly a AoE companion, dealing damage to multiple targets. Okay, it's a mix. Flame Blaster AoE and Flame Bullet single target. I'm going to make a video covering all of my companion tests, over 190 of them, very soon, and you can see the different rankings of the different companions and my recommendations then for like the AoE companions. So hopefully this was somewhat insightful to you guys. Again, module 25 on all platforms released now. And before we go, let's buy this Menzoberranzan utility pack. Let's make sure we get a coupon. So we need to open these Celestial Bags of Refining. There we go. Limited time, 20% off any item. That should reduce the price of this pack. Refreshing that, there you go. 1,200 Zen. Compared to prices in the past, this is pretty cheap. And you are getting a coal moat with it. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to do it on my Paladin. I intend to either heal or tank the majority of this new trial. So checking our campaign again, we can see that we have up till 200. Again, we can get our weekly haul to get to 300 this week, and we can claim our rewards. 50 mount tokens, very nice, and this fashion piece. Now this campaign is exclusive to your character, so on another character you'll have 0 progress and you'll have to do all the same. I hate it, but it's how it is. And we can check our queue. Are we able to access the new trial? Well, let's make sure we have enough item level. We can just go in private queue and we can go and access it. Excellent. So you can unlock the trial right now like I just did. Special thank you again to all of these channel members for their support. And we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.